Did you guys want to go to or what did you guys want to do now?
Well, we have a lead. Let's find it out.
Dr. Song's room, yeah.
Okay, so on your way to Dr. Song's room, Lei kind of is talking to you all, and he's kind of talking openly about it because everyone that you pass seems to just be otherwise occupied with just something strange. And he's like, so I want to hear theories. What do we think is happening on this boat? What do you guys think is happening on this boat?
Well, there are some sort of bugs. These bugs are either, as we said previously, either controlling these individuals or being controlled by one of them. I don't know. Bugs are these freaky bugs. We gotta kill them. That's what I'm.
Kill it all. Hey, Doc. Doc, would you mind? Can you give me a medical exam or any of these people around here? Just a quick once over. Like maybe you're finding something. Hey, maybe you can help.
Of course. I'd be happy to. I will proceed to give Mr. Weasel a physical.
Drop your eyes off.
I didn't mean me. I'm not one of these people living against the wall. Careful with it. I don't want that.
I'll go look at one of the people and see if they have dilated pupils or anything weird.
So here's the thing: you walk up to them, and as soon as you kind of touch one of them to investigate them a little bit, they immediately snap out of it. They're like, "Oh, hi, can I help you?" And he kind of brushes his jacket, looks at you like you're the weird one, and goes down the hallway.
I'm just gonna push one random person that I see that's spacing out. Just see what happens.
You push this rather large man, and he falls to the ground. And he's like, "Oh, you! What are you doing here?"
Oh, that was.
What am I doing? What are you doing?
You just want my spot again. This guy wants my spot. And he sits up a little bit.
As we walk down the hallway, then I just want to kind of reach my hand out. When you're strumming your hand along a fence and hitting all the posts,
just touching everybody,
activating people.
They all
as
kind
we
of
walk down.
Yeah, they all just kind of what the heck is going on and stuff, and then they just kind of walk down away. But just to kind of keep the ball rolling, you guys do make it to Dr. Song's room. You open the door, and it looks the same way that you saw it last time you saw it, William. Nothing's changed. It's a room full of botany and everything like that. If you all want to roll spot hidden to see if you find different things in the room.
I passed. I got a 48.
Nice.
Not 55.
37.
21, which makes it under the 25 because I don't have this as a skill.
Alrighty.
Yep.
So...
I'm looking for cash.
Yeah. So all three of you passed, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Max, you beeline it for his wallet. It's almost like you have a sixth sense where it is. On the table, William, you find a stack of journals, and then you find a chest next to the journals. So you take a look through some of the journals. You find interesting botany notes and everything like that. He did say you can have them, so you can choose to take them if you want. And inside the chest, the key that you have that opened the room also seems to open the chest. And you open it, and it's got a special journal inside of it that has a symbol on the front of it. And that, flipping through it very briefly, you notice mentions of laying opium. So this must be the journal about laying opium that he mentioned that you can have.
Put it in my leather doctor's... Oh, I'm going to put it inside my breast pocket so it's close to me.
And then, Reginald, what you find, you're looking around the room for anything interesting, is there's a spot on the floor where it looks like blood was, but it's been cleaned a little bit. Meaning this might be where Dr. Song was stabbed and fell down. And you using your kind of huntery instincts, kind of look around the area, and when you look down, you can see underneath this cabinet that's up against the wall, and you notice that there's 3 dead roaches.
I would like to inspect. I'll point them out to my comrades, and I will inspect them myself.
They're dead roaches.
Well, is there any... Well, I'd like to roll perhaps a track to see if I can figure out where they've come from or where they were going.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Reggie, do they taste like traditional roaches?
Well, I don't have the special sauce they served when we ate those in the Congo. I got a 28, which is more than enough to track.
You definitely notice that they come from the hallway, but it's been 6 days since these roaches have, died. so the tracking is kind of hard to follow after that point. And not only that, but they've cleaned the hallway every single night since then, so like they've kind of washed it away a little bit. But you did know that they came from the doorway.
These are hallway roaches.
I'm gonna take one of the roaches. I'm gonna fill a cup with water, pour some salt in it, and drop the roach in. I'm gonna spin it around, and be like, "Yeah, that's a dead roach, all right."
I was gonna say, now you have a dead roach in water. Still dead roach.
Very dead. Yep. The rehumidifying did not do anything to the roach.
Lay comes up to William, and he goes, "What do you got there?" And then, mid-sentence, you all wake up in your room. You don't remember going to sleep. None of you seem to, but it's now Sunday, February 13th.
Is that a day? Is that the next day?
Yeah, it's the next day. On the docket for today is Sunday Mass in the Ship Chapel and 3 days until you arrive in Shanghai, and the music seems to be a little bit louder now. And Reginald, you hear it as well, too. Lay wakes up with a headache, and he's, like, rubbing his head. It's like, what happened? What did we do?
I'm gonna go look in my bag and make sure that none of my special chemicals are missing.
No, it's all there.
Do we have all the things we acquired from the room yesterday?
Yeah, it's all on you. If anything, there's one thing you notice, Reginald, with your luggage, is that somebody seems to have gotten into one of your things.
Is there anything missing, or just...
Something is missing, but you can't quite put your brain, mind on what it is. Something you got a bit ago, but it's gone now, but it wasn't really important.
That's probably nothing.
Somebody definitely rifled through your things, though, and all the stuff you really need is still there. So I don't know what they were after, but that's the only thing that's out of place.
Max says, someone seemed to have rifled through my things. All the cash out of Dr. Son's wallet, it's gone.
Yes.
Damnedest thing.
It's the damnedest thing.
These damn thieves, they have no honor, respect, guile, or... Man, if I ever met a thief, I would just take the phlebotomizer to him for hours.
For hours.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Did I ever tell you that the only thing that I hate more than a thief is a liar?
You don't say.
That just makes me so angry.
Lay licks his lips because he feels just very dehydrated. He's like, I think I'm gonna go to the... He looks at the watch on his wrist and the watch on the wall to make sure they're saying the same time. It's like, I think I'm gonna go to the dining hall to get something to eat. Whatever you guys want to do. He gets up and he goes.
What time is it? It's in the morning, right?
It's the morning again. Yeah, it's the same time as when you woke up the day before.
I could go for a ham omelet.
Yeah, if I am feeling a bit peckish before maybe we go try to figure out what is going on this damned ship.
Yep, I could really use a wake-up whiskey.
Ooh.
And goes quite like whiskey and a ham omelet.
Whiskey and a ham omelet. I'm in. I just look down the hall. Are people still being weird?
There doesn't seem to be anybody in the hall.
Oh, fuck.
How about the dining hall?
So when you guys go to the dining hall to eat breakfast, they all seem to be there. They're all eating. It's like a normal day again. It's weird.
Yep.
The normalcy seems to be putting me on edge.
And the music is still playing, by the way.
Oh, in our heads.
Yeah.
It doesn't get louder anywhere we go.
Nope, it stays stagnant no matter where you are on the ship.
Anything happen when I put my finger in my ear? I'm not gonna do this.
No, that's another concerning thing. It doesn't make it quieter or anything. It still sounds just as loud when you do that.
Okay, I don't feel any legs.
No.
I'm just listening to the music. I'm like, who's P. Diddy? And I wonder if this is what waking up like him feels like.
Lay's just like, somebody's talking about skater boys.
Well, they're definitely not good enough for her.
As you guys are eating your breakfast, suddenly the door to the dining room bursts open, and Father Alvarez falls to his knees as he crashes through the double doors. Behind him, a man with one arm, wearing a very disheveled purple jacket, walks in behind him, and using his only good arm, puts a gun to the back of Alvarez's head. Bunny Bates, looking crazed and dirty, like he hasn't slept or showered in more than a week, yells at the top of his lungs, "All right, nobody move a muscle or I put a bullet in the good father's head!" And obviously everybody in the dining hall screams and or looks in shock as this is happening.
I kind of look over at Reginald.
Reginald's like slowly putting his hand to his gun.
You're good at. I'm like, you're good at talking. Maybe you can calm the man down.
I stand
talking.
I start. I finish the rest of my morning whiskey. And then I put my hand in my pocket, and I say, "Excuse me, Mr. Bates.
How do you
know
my name? How do you know my name?
I have your watch."
My watch. He looks down as if he's looking at his wrist, but the kicker is that's the arm that's missing. So he's like, "What? No, you don't have my watch. I have my watch."
There's no way. This is a one-of-a-kind embroidery on this watch.
No way. You can't have my watch. I have my watch. No, there's no way. Ugh. And he hits himself in the head a couple of times. Get out! Get out! Ugh.
Look, Mr. Bates, you seem to be distressed. Why don't you just take a moment, enjoy a breakfast whiskey with us, and let's talk, because I don't know if you know who I am. My name's Max Weasel, and I'm a man that can always help you get what you want.
What I want is to... I want it out! But, no! The father's gonna get it if none of you... Don't move! Don't you dare move! Anybody can roll spot hidden if they want. Probably not Max, because Max is thoroughly engaged with, Bunny.
I'm waiting on my charm check.
24.
My charm check.
I'm waiting for my charm check.
So you said 24?
Yep.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Alright, so you're kind of like scared, but you don't turn your head terribly much because you're worried that this unhinged man might like do something about it. But you can see if you look over to the side, Charlotte and Ginny, and Charlotte goes to reach for something inside of her purse, and then Ginny mouths something to her to tell her to stop doing that. I want you to roll one more spot hidden for that.
That's a 30.
Is that
my
under?
spot hidden's a 45? Yep.
Okay. You can tell he's mouthing the words, "It would kill us all." And Charlotte decides, she looks very stressed, like she's thinking about it, but then she takes her hand out of her purse.
Note for later. I'm gonna let the smooth talker continue, unless I think that the presence of a doctor might calm down Mr. Bates, but I know that
just
Wessel
about to bring that up.
Go for it. You're
Yeah.
the talker. Go for it.
Look here, Bunny. Why don't you just calm on down? You know, you'll help get it out. You'll quiet all those voices with a little breakfast whiskey, maybe a double. And right here, I got the best doctor available on board. The only doctor who's ever invented the phlebotomizer, the cure-all for all things. And of course, this. We got medicine. And I place a bottle of Panther milk on the table.
He doesn't want me to do that. God, I don't want to do that.
Well, it's all right. Hold on 1 second. I got another bottle of medicine. Let me take it out over here. All right, let me take it out. I pull out my 32 and I shoot him.
Oh, dang. Roll shoot.
As soon as he shoots out, Reginald will pull too.
Sorry, this is a good one for me. 42. I got it. It's 70 on mine.
Alrighty. And okay, so you're gonna wait and see what happens after he shoots. So you go to shoot him. You do. You get him in the shoulder, probably the same shoulder you shot him in last time. His shoulder kind of like pops and explodes off. He falls to the ground. Father Alvarez immediately stands up and runs away from him. As he's falling to the ground, he drops the gun and it skitters across the floor. And he's like, it's, and he's laying on the floor and he's terrified. But then he like stops for a second and sits up very quickly, and he goes, he finished. And he looks at you with a terrified face and he goes, he's in the cargo hold, number 14, go! And then his head just explodes. Like, you aren't entirely sure what happened.
Shot, my boy.
Yeah. Went through the shoulder, took its time, came back up through the rib cage and out through the head. But his head.
High five, Reggie. It was a ricochet. Did you see it bouncing?
That was so impressive.
His head
It's
explodes.
like someone that hits a really good shot and pull, you know, like it didn't mean to.
His head explodes and he falls back onto the floor. All of you roll sanity for that. Okay, so you didn't
I did
pass. Not. You take 1d6 worth of sanity damage. Because that was probably the most serious thing you've seen. Everything else was like you and Reginald having a fun time. You never really saw a man's head explode like that.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to
that
use the
happened.
promotion to quickly run over to the couple that I had seen before. Because if shit's going to go down and this lady has something that will kill us all, it sounds like it could be something big. So I'm going to go try to see what she had really quick before they've skadoos.
Okay, so as, you know, the head explodes, there's kind of chaos in the lunchroom. Everybody starts to run and everything like that. You go to get to them, but too many people get in your way as you're trying to kind of get past them, and by the time you see where they were, they seem to be gone.
Damn. All right, I'll get back to my friends then.
But something you noticed as like people start to leave the room and the room starts to empty out is that the music, it stopped, but then it starts up again. And it's louder than it ever has been, and it sounds like organ pipe music. And all of you hear the same thing now.
Yeah.
I'm imagining in the Ghana Navita from The Simpsons. I stumble back to my friends.
Well, I'll stroll over to the body, whiskey in hand, and examine it.
Super disheveled, dirty man who has not slept in maybe more than a week. His head is gone. There are a few dead roaches where his head was. And then a couple, as you can see, it looks like people stepped on him as they were running out of the room. So there's like a couple footprints of dead roaches. So it's almost like his head exploded. And in the detritus of all the gore, there was also roaches that shot out of his head.
Filled with roaches. That'll do it
Yeah,
again.
boys. I have a feeling there's some of those roaches crawling around my head playing music. I guess we go to cargo hold 14. If I could just say, honestly to you gentlemen, I don't think he's going to need his watch. So if you don't mind, I'd like to keep it. I mean,
It's all yours.
kind of.
It's all yours.
I mean, it's kind of like a trophy, isn't it, Reggie?
It's
Like a
absolutely a trophy.
It's absolutely a
A
trophy.
close friend once. That's right.
I didn't think a 38 could blow a man's head clean off, but I mean, we all saw it.
Especially through the shoulder, Lay says.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a shot.
It's not about where the shot lands; it's about how you shoot it.
As you
running
guys
off
are
on
talking, you hear screams start to come from down the hall. And there's a little bit of a turbulence happening on the boat.
Like the boat being turbulent?
The boat is shaking a little bit more than it was a minute ago. Before, it was almost kind of, you know, it was a pretty smooth ride. But now it noticeably feels like you could get seasick if this goes on long enough.
Well, that's a problem.
Run to the screams, I suppose.
Alrighty.
Bay 14.
So, doing both, because in order to get to the cargo hold, you basically have to get through the other end of the ship down into the cargo holds. So you have to go to where all the people who operate the boat actually are. You start to run and you get to the deck, and when you get on the deck, you see just a bunch of these, like, horrifying 9-foot-tall crab monsters with, like, they look like crabs, and then they have, like, tentacles coming out of the front of them, and they're kind of, like, picking people up and throwing them off the boat, and some of them are eating people and stuff like that, and they're kind of in the way on your way down to the cargo hold.
Avoiding that.
Well, I'm pulling out my big gun.
The big gun.
Is there a way around? Or?
No, you gotta go through them.
Oh, God.
Reginald's already put on the big gun, loading it, he's ready to go.
I pull out the modified flame bottomizer.
Nice.
You guys ready for
Pull out my handgun and my bug spray.
How many of these 9-foot-tall crab monsters are there?
Can I do an accounting check to see what I think our shot is of getting through this unscathed or unnoticed? You know,
To answer both questions, yes, you can do that. There are 5 of them on the deck.
Oh, shit.
It could be accounting or appraised. Do you like appraised better?
I don't know how good either of these is going to really help you. So you can do whatever you want.
Raise the worth of your life.
Reginald, did you want to take a shot at one?
How about navigate? How about navigate? Navigate work?
Yeah.
Navigate? That's one of my top skills. 31.
Alrighty, and then Reginald?
Passed by a lot.
Yeah, I passed with a 90.
Alrighty, so a navigation, you would be able to get through if you get lucky enough. Like, there's one in the way, and as long as you can get around that one, you'd probably have smooth sailing. You wouldn't have to worry about the other 4 that are on the boat. But the kicker is, Reginald takes a shot at one of them, and the bullet just kind of bounces right off. The shell of the thing is too strong. But, as he does, you see the shot, you look down, and you're like, what? But then, as that happens, 3 more bullets ring out, and they hit the thing, and the thing actually goes down from it. And behind you is Sam, and he's holding a shotgun. And he's just like, oh, hey guys, you look like a sharp shot. Here, why don't you take this? And he throws the shotgun to Reginald. And then he pulls a magnum out of his coat, and he goes, why don't you guys gotta get to a cargo hold 14. I'm gonna help everybody on the deck.
Yeah, good idea. Let's run. Maybe you want to trade? I got this 38.
Then I would have nothing. And he goes on and he starts to shoot some of the other ones.
I do have a special shotgun, my boy, and I'll hand Max my extra. I have an extra shotgun that I've had for a while.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That's the one. That was the one that we need to get. We got to run, guys, boys. Yeah. It's time to go.
So you make your way through all the chaos on the deck. You can see Sam kind of helping people out. His magnum seeming to do the trick as things are just dying.
Look at that magnum. Dang.
It's so cool. It's so fucking cool. So you get into the inside of the ship, and now you see stairs going down into the cargo holds. But you also see on the stairs a few of those crab monsters coming up towards you.
Have at it, old boy.
I'll try to shoot with my the new shotgun.
The new shotgun. Okay.
The exact same 90. That still pass.
That still passes? How the
yeah, my rifle shotgun is a 90.
So, that gun seems to do the trick. You blow off a part of one of their heads, and the thing seems to go down. There's another one still kind of coming at you. But you just shot, so you need to reload. Yes. So anybody else can do something.
I'll try to shoot it with a flame bottomizer.
Damn.
Roll was a 17.
Okay, so you did get it. So when you go to do it, you click one time and it's like, you click again and the thing goes off way more than you thought it would. Like just a gigantic ball of fire shoots out. And now here's the thing. The crab is like wet, so it doesn't catch on fire or anything, but it does burn it enough and it steams it a little bit, which is funny because like, it changes the color of it a little bit, almost like when you cook a lobster. They
Right.
like turn color. So that so the front of it is like kind of steamed. It screams this horrifying scream, and then it falls in between the spiral staircase all the way down to the bottom, and you can hear it like crunch when it hits the bottom. And that
I
leaves
shouldn't
the
have brought
staircase
some
open.
butter.
Yes! Yes, that's a good one, you're learning!
It's learning. It's learning. All right, so you reach the cargo holds, and the cargo holds look like a long, wide hallway with some branching hallways equidistant from each other. Between each hallway are gigantic barn-style doors, each numbered with bold letters. You are currently next to door 01 and 02.
Run to 14.
Alrighty.
Yep.
As you go down the hall, just before door 05 and 06, you hear a strange mooing. And door 06 is slightly opened.
Oh, no, don't look in. Just keep going.
A strange, mooing.
Mooing.
I would like to roll natural world to recognize the mooing.
Alright.
That's a 1. That's a 10.
10, so you got it, I'm assuming?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of dairy cows.
Ah, just straight up. Well, it's fine. I'm sure they're upset by the rocking and rolling of the boat. Keep going.
Don't look in. Just keep going.
I mean,
What if they're being eaten by crab?
well, what are we going to do? Save the cows? We have priorities here, man.
These are the moral dilemmas on board the slow boat to China.
Just close the door without looking.
So, as you pass by, I'm assuming, is anybody looking?
I'm beelining. No, I'm beelining.
You're beelining, okay.
Yeah, after I heard what it was, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you get closer to it, you hear this, you don't see anything. You hear what sounds like a large metal, like, thing shaking around, mooing, and, like, strange tearing noises, and then it just all stops.
Yep. Glad we didn't look in there.
Circle of life, boy. Circle of life.
I literally am gonna close the door, like pull the door closed as we go by it. Like if I can latch it from the outside, I do.
Oh god.
Cows eat the grass, the crabs eat the cows. It's just the way it goes.
Crabs eat the cows.
Everything the light touches.
Everything the light touches.
Alrighty.